We have parts now ordered for our R8 and we are waiting for them. Now in the meantime, we have to do something that I have been neglecting because I know it's a ton of work, and taking interior apart is not my strong suit. But luckily we have Calvin with us today. Calvin is a little bit smaller than me and can fit in tight places, so we are really going to be utilizing him. Both of these airbags have deployed and the headliner has to get removed to access them.
As you can see, the passenger seat airbag went off. So that means that the seatbelt explosive went off and this won't retract anymore. You gotta take that out. Wish us luck.
And in the midst of removing all the interior, we have to go ahead and clean everything because it is covered in a thick layer of dust. And look at the seats here. There's literally garbage sitting in the seats.
I know, I'm just asking.
If Calvin was more consistent in the gym,
oh my god,
he would look like this.
look at Uncle Benedict. He's a thick boy. Thick boy.
We're trying to get this boy in there.
Yeah, where's it? Oh, if TJ was consistent, what is this?
All right.
What is this?
The gyms are closed again because California got shut down, so Big T is on hold. He's coming back.
We're coming back. We're gonna make a comeback.
Back. Dustin who?
Dustin who? We're gonna be the Chotch boys. Legends boys? Nah, Chotch boys.
The secret to an organized installation once all the stuff goes back in is organized baggies. We have about a collection of, I think roughly at this point, like 10 to 12 different baggies just from the front bolt section. And everything that we take off goes into a baggie that is written by Calvin and I, so we can understand what goes back in. We learned that lesson with the Ferrari about halfway through. So we're really implementing that into the system right now. Also, if you can't tell, we're wearing some new Hunt Company, which is gonna go live July 31st. We have our summer drop. We have bathing suits, t-shirts, tank tops. We even have women's stuff. A bunch of stuff is gonna be dropping on July 31st. If you're not following the Instagram right here, do that to be updated with all the new things.
Take it away, bud. The seat can come out.
That's the heaviest seat I've ever felt.
What is that? Get the camera. What is that?
Oh, dude. This is what I was hoping we weren't gonna find. Dude, it's like cat vomit.
Dude, what is? Someone sharded, dude.
Matt, this is Matt. Shout out to Matt.
Dude,
right now.
Is that?
Matt, did you know you accidentally shat yourself somehow underneath your own seat?
Dude, are we gonna play rock paper scissors? Who touches it?
I think you'll clean it, right? Am I the one cleaning that?
I don't know, dude.
Who, me?
Who?
Me?
You?
Or you?
Me? Benedict. Hey, Benedict.
Yeah, we'll use the Honeycomb employees for that. Welcome back to the 2020 Interior Removal Olympics. Calvin Kabillion coming at a total of 128 pounds. Me coming in with a total of 155 pounds. The challenge is as goes and is as follows. Calvin, you will be presented with this pry tool. I will be presented with this pry tool. The first person to remove their speaker grill and place it here wins in 3, 2, 1, go. You suck. I'm gonna beat you. And if you break it, you buy it. and I'm making sure you pay for it. TJ Hunt with the left side already off. Moving towards the right. He's prying. Calvin is panicking. I think I see a speed sweat falling down his forehead. He regrets the jewelry now, folks. It's slipping up his hands. Oh shit, he's beating me. No, he's not.
Calvin taking the lead. TJ is sweating. He's wondering why he doesn't wear jewelry, because that is where the technique. Hey, you can't sabotage me, Teach. Oh, we made it to the finish line. Let's go! Yeah! Let's go, Bob! You see that, boys? Calvin wins these. He hits those. He hits those. What is he doing? What is he even doing? What is he even doing over there? He is sleeping on the job. He ran out of steam. Chat, he ran out of steam. We will cut to commercial break. I lost.
All right, so just to get these seatbelts out, we have to remove nearly the whole entire interior. The speaker grills have to come off, so then we can remove this bridge portion piece. To remove that bridge portion piece, this rear back seat has to be removed. Also, that has to be removed. And then we can break apart this piece to get to this piece. And then the headliner has to come off, so we have to remove that piece. And then we have to undo all the bolt hardware to drop the headliner.
Let's drop the headliner, Teach.
Well, that's like the last step. If you were listening, that was the last step. We're like way in the front steps. But we'll get there.
Headliner. Don't clip that. Don't clip that.
It's already clipped. we need to get to this.
Okay.
So now we have to remove this, and then we have to remove that, and then we can remove that. So we have, I think, a bolt here, and I think that's it. Let me see. I think this thing is all just built with T30s. So we should just be able to. That spins freely. Whoa, look at that.
I did.
Look at this clip. It's a
Torx
T30, but it's a.
Oh, look at that.
So rather than like a push pin, it's the same mechanism, but it uses a T30, and as it screws in, it widens the base of the push clip. But I think it's destroyed because when you back this up, oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes.
Cool. So stuff like this, we need to be really careful with removing. When I talk about bagging things and putting them back accordingly, this is the key to making sure that we have no rattles when everything goes back in, is making sure we don't lose little things like that. So key little feature. I also want to give a little shout out to Alex Rebuilds, because every time I have a question and I get scared I'm pulling on something, I text him just to make sure I'm not doing something wrong. And it's really helpful having someone who knows this car, because he's already done all this. Oh, it's so scary, dude. Oh. Yeah, we are. One sec.
Up vote for getting a K-truck.
Why is it so difficult?
I don't know. Oh, you got it. You got it.
There's still.
Wow, that's a Mongo clip.
It's not broke either. That's nuts. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. All right, so now we have to remove these 10s, and then this backboard comes off.
Oh, Teach, you're a why am I even here, bud? Why am I even here? Just give us a play-by-play real quick, Teach, of what you just did. What are we accomplishing here?
This is very slow moving. So now with both the backboards gone and this headpiece gone, we should be able to get to this. But to get to this, we still have to remove this piece right here, I think, Cal?
Which should be easy.
Should it be? I think. I don't really know. So we actually made a shocking discovery. Calvin's seatbelt that he was working on, we had thought that it got locked up with the little seatbelt pin, meaning that when the car gets into a big enough accident, it shoots a pin through the seatbelt and locks it up, so it has to be replaced. But once we removed the inside panels, we realized that it was actually just like that. So his seatbelt had the quick impact like tension on, and once we removed that inside panel, he was actually able to free it up like this, and we were able to move the seatbelt again. So which means that seatbelt does not need to be replaced. We did not need to do any of this. Well, I guess technically we did, just because that side needed the inside panel to be removed to loosen it up again. This little plastic bracket on his side is broken, so I'm gonna have to source that. So what I'm saying is the seatbelts are actually fine. We don't need to do any of the previous work we thought we had to do, but now that we are here, we still need to move on to the headliner. So we have a bolt right here, we have a bolt right there, and we have some inside clips up in here. It should be relatively easy to drop, so we're gonna drop the headliner, and then we're gonna remove these airbags and clean this car up, and we just did a good day's work. All of our parts are still on the way from Germany.
Germany. Don't open shit like that. That's bad
What?
for your teeth.
I don't have fingernails.
You can. You have tools.
No fingernails though. Oh, mango flavor. So good.
There's 7 bolts holding in the whole headliner, which is super interesting. The last one is right here. I believe if I take this off, the whole thing will drop on my head. Good luck. Oh, there it goes.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod.
I can't see.
Completely blind over here. No place to put any of this shit. That headliner
A mission.
sucks. It unbolts really easy, but pulling it out is really difficult.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Here's the damage, guys. So this is behind the headrest. Like the front glass is here and the back of the headrest is right here. I don't know if SOS could fix this. Like they'd probably have to reskin the whole entire thing in Alcantara. It's like, do you fix that or not? Because it's torn on your side a little bit too.
That's up to you.
I know, I'm just trying, it just depends on how much we want to put into it. Because you could absolutely, you know, it doesn't matter. You can still use it and it's behind you. But it's like, we know it's there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to make that call.
Yeah.
I'll probably ask Oscar if that's repairable. I want to get your opinion on something. It's torn a little bit. Is that something we can replace? Or like you can fix? Or do we have to reskin the whole entire Alcantara to fix it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be that noticeable, or we can redo the headliner too, but that's up to you.
Oscar said he thinks we can patch that. We'll have to drop it off and see how it looks, but he could probably make it look pretty minimal. While I've been dealing with that, Calvin's been getting amongst it, tearing apart the airbags, getting out the curtains. He's been doing some real work.
I figured it out. So step one, you gotta take off this little vent. I did that off camera because it's a bit finicky. Then this comes out, there's a bolt that holds this plate in, and then the 8-pillar cover comes out, and then 6 T30 bolts that hold this in, and we pull them out, airbag done.
So Cal, what is this, like the CO2 canister or something that like fills it up?
I believe, it looks like a CO2 canister, but I'm sure it's an explosive. So it explodes and fills a balloon up. Basically, that's what the airbag
Something
is.
like that. Pretty cool though. So I have new ones on order, so this could probably go in the trash as of now. Pretty cool to see this all dismantled. There are so many pieces of the R8 everywhere. It literally stresses me out so much. One thing that I've really been looking forward to with this car, oh man, I need to get around the new shipment of NOS here. Oh man. We have a lot of stuff to clean right now. This is what I was after. This will help us get rid of all the dirt that's just been sitting in there, as well as give us a good clean smell. Now, every inch of the interior needs this. The dash, the doors, the steering wheel, everything. So I'm gonna use this very heavily.
I don't know how to...
Just a quick wipe down, no more dust on that. It looks so much better. One thing that I did notice as I was sitting in here though, there's some like indentations and bumps and stuff in here because when they threw out the fender liners and stuff, they just chucked it in the interior. So a lot of the leather right here, you can kind of see it. It's a little grainy when I zoom in, but there you go. It's kind of like notched and beat up. I should be able to find interior pieces like this pretty easily. I'm gonna do some more digging online. And again, it's one of those things that I really just need to figure out how much of a budget I really want to spend on this car, because none of this obviously has to get replaced. It's obviously all fine, but the nitty gritty details and stuff, it's things like that that are really gonna make this car seem like it's never been in a crash. I'm probably gonna look this up online and see how much it goes for. This dash, I don't know if you guys can tell, literally has a layer of dust sitting on it. So I'm gonna start cleaning all this stuff down. Here's another example of kind of like the marked up interior, some dimples in the leather right here. It might seem like a pretty nitpicky thing to complain about, but when you're sitting as a passenger or the driver's seat and you're looking upon the dash is like so beautifully designed with all the carbon and stuff that it's a real like dime piece when you're looking at it. And seeing just the little ripples and stuff right here really ruins the experience. This is one of those things where you could definitely get it fixed, but it would take removing the whole entire dash piece and getting it relined. One of those things that I'm gonna try to look at them online and see how much they are, but I'm gonna have to make a call here pretty soon on how much we wanna replace, because stuff like that will definitely put us way over budget. Well, not that there is a budget, but it's gonna end up making this build cost a lot more. Oh man, this has gotta come out. Oh my God, it's like a piece of paper, bro. What is that? Oh, gross, dude. I should have been wearing a glove. For just like a 10-minute vacuum and wipe down, this thing looks spotless. No dust on any of the doors, no dust in any of the cracks. I tried to get my fingers in all the crevices possible. Looking really good. So we have the headliner strip, we have the airbags out, we figured out the seat belts are good. In total, that was like 5 or 6 hours of pulling panels and everything. It really wasn't that bad. I mean, considering we did everything but pulling the dash, I think if we pull the dash, it'd only take like another hour or so. We don't need to do that at the moment, but there are R8 parts everywhere. And this is what stresses me out the most, because I'm like, do we remember how to put all of that back? So I have this table up. This is all of our interior pieces. These are all like the under panels, fender liners, the driver's seat, headliner, a million bags from today. of just marking bolts and trying to categorize them. And then we have this blown airbag seat, which we will have to drop off at SOS. So I'm not even worrying about cleaning this seat up because I know they're gonna clean it up when it's at SOS. One quick thing that I wanted to show you guys that I forgot multiple times, but once we pulled out this seat belt panel, we were able to see the carbon fiber monocoque of the car. You can actually even see it up in some of the corners, like all the dark plastics is actually carbon fiber. But you get like a real piece of it here. Let me see if I can zoom in on it for you. Look at that weave. Pretty cool, something that I didn't even really realize this car had, but this whole entire tub, you can even see some of it right here. The whole entire tub is carbon fiber. Pretty neat, pretty neat. The R8 is literally surprising me the more and more we work on it. So at the moment, we are pretty much at our stopping point until we start to get some parts in for this car. We can't put the interior back until we have the airbags. We can't get the car to the frame shop to start welding on the brackets for the cages until we have the suspension arms. So we're kind of at a halt at the moment. But good thing is we have tons of other content with the C8, the Mark V Supra, and the Aventador all coming up to keep us busy until we get the parts in. Give this video a thumbs up and comment something down below because it helps out the videos and it helps get them more exposure. And that's the biggest thing you guys can do to help us out. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward. Want to say, mention that airbag went off, so that's it.
Yeah, that's one button.
Sorry.
So as you can see,
Damn, at least they get to witness this shit that I have to edit.
It doesn't happen a lot. It's just happening right now, okay? As you can see,